Hey guys, today we're back with another firearms review, and today on the channel I'll be reviewing the M&P FPC 22. Stay tuned for this one. Alright guys, we're back. Once again today I'm going to be reviewing the M&P FPC 22 by Smith & Wesson. This is a 16-inch folding rifle that shoots 22 long rifle from Smith & Wesson. So we'll be doing a review on it today. We've already reviewed the 9mm FPC way back in the day, but now they've come out with the 22, so it's going to be a very interesting review here. Starting off here in the front, we have the Otter Creek Labs Titanium. This is the #1 rated titanium, or #1 rated 22 count on the market for pistols. It's pretty high up there for rifles as well, but it's from Otter Creek Labs, guys over in London, about 20 mile that way from us. They're some good guys, and we appreciate them for sending it to the channel to use on all of our 22s. So coming back from there, once again, 16-inch barrel. We have a polymer handguard here for the 22. We have polymer back here. We've got a little bit of metal in here for the frame and all that other stuff that we need, but most of this gun is polymer, and it is very lightweight. I mean, compared to that 1022 Ruger that the bull barrel was having, this right here feels like a toy. So, the big selling part of this, how does it work? Take your thumb, push forward, fold it over, pull this charging handle back right there, and now it's clipped up. So now if I want to take it, store it in backpack, put it behind my vehicle, whatever else, I got trouble, or a deer's been shot on the side of the road, or I need to shoot a squirrel out of a tree real quick, fold her open, turn your red dot on, look down the barrel on it, and pow, that's all you got. So coming back from there, you have a normal M&P grip on it. So you do have the ability to switch out the grips here for different grips, whichever one you want. This one right here feels pretty good to me. You have your normal magazine release that can be ambidextrous switched around. It comes as well with three 20-round magazines from factory. So as you can see, it sticks out a little bit from the grip. And to release it, you hit your mag release and you strip it. It doesn't fall out, you actually have to strip it, so that's one thing. To charge the gun, you have these two ears back here. You can charge it from the left or from the right. So if you're shooting, you want to charge it, that's how I would charge it where I'm right-handed. That's all you got to do. Bullets eject from there. And here's your stock, which holds 2 extra magazines. So if you need to get them out, you push in to release this one over here, or push in over here to release this one, or you can pull back on it and it will release this one, or you can just jerk them out, whichever one you want to do. Don't matter to me. Let's go ahead and put some rounds down range with the FPC 22. Empty. Alrighty, once again, whoop. Now, I guess it is dropping out now. Just need it lubed up a tad bit. Go ahead and take that mag out, insert it, re-rack it. We'll show you another way how to drop the bolt right here in a second, but let's take a few more shots. Empty. Boys, let me tell you something, that trigger in this thing feels great. We'll go over the trigger as well here in a second. Let's go ahead and take out that last mag in it. Get it pulled out here. So if you want to drop the bolt, you also have a bolt release here and a bolt release here. So if you're right-handed, there we go, we're ready to party. And the safety on this is right here. So you got it on safe. If you're right-handed, all you got to do where you normally put your finger at whenever you're not ready to fire, right there is where the safety is. So if I'm ready to fire, switch it off, ready to fire, go back on safe. I'm going to take a few more shots. Empty. Lord, she goes quick, boys. So, let's go ahead and look at trigger together. So this trigger here is a great trigger from Smith & Wesson. Here is your take up. Pow. Reset. It looks longer on camera than what it is, but boys, let me tell you something. You can run this gun fast if you couldn't just tell what we was doing right then with it. So she is a good looking rifle though. Let's go ahead and sit her here. Shins can get some close-ups of her and look at while we reload some of these magazines. So once again though, 20 rounds in a good auto loading rifle. So If y'all have watched the Smith & Wesson Shield X review yet, we did talk about us going down there to Smith & Wesson for it, and they did have this rifle here out as well, and it was one of my favorites of the day, the FPC 22. We shot, I'm not kidding you, I probably shot 300 rounds through it myself while I was down there, let alone however much everybody else shot, because they actually put up a range type of ordeal for us to do, or like, you know, a few different drills to do. And every single one of us done it. They took our times down. They never told who won, but I think that I got close to winning, or I did win. I don't know, but we won't go there. Either way it goes, though, we did have a good time down there at Smith & Wesson, but this was one of the guns that we did get to shoot and play around with before they released them to the public. One other interesting thing about it, though, is that they have now come out with the FPC 9mm, the FPC 10mm, and now here is the 22. So if you have seen the, I think it is the M&P 22 pistol is the technical designation of it. The 22 pistol also takes the exact same magazines as this one right here does. So as you can see here, you have some ears on the side of this whenever I'm loading it that help you push it down. That way you don't actually have to force one round into another. So it's very, very easy to reload. One of my favorite reloading ways of a 22 rifle I've seen so far. As you can see, you can just work your ears on down, just make sure you don't overlap any of your bullets that you're going in. Just keep a little bit of pressure on them and you'll be good to go. These right here we're loading up right now is the CCI standard velocity, which is running right at 1,075 feet per second. So coming out of the 16-inch barrel, they should be, technically speaking, subsonic, but I guess we're fixing to find out. But what we shot through it a minute ago was that Federal auto match ammunition. So let's see here. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds of this one, of the standard, and then after that we're going to be shooting some of this auto match through it, because we were out of the standard ammunition out here today, boys. We shot a bunch of 22s last few days, and we went through probably, I'd say, close to probably 2,000 rounds of 22, so I'm fixing to have to get online and buy some more, but ain't no problem, because 22 ain't much to begin with. But either way it goes, a good 22 is hard to beat. Either that be from a revolver or a pistol or a rifle. So Smith & Wesson will be sending us as well the 22 pistol. I'm interested to see how it does. Like I said, we never had a single bobble out of this in the whole entire time we was down there. We didn't get to shoot that one though while we was down there, because it hadn't been released yet and they were still working on it. We did get to feel it and see how well it felt in our hands, but we did not get to actually shoot it while we was down there. So that's going to be a little bit new for me. So here we go. Here is going to be some of that CCI standard velocity. So it should be subsonic. Let's find out. Yep, subsonic. Okay, we got a failure. All right, let's try it now. Empty. Right, so we have one look like a short stroke. Maybe that's why I did not pick up the next round, because it did eject that one round. It just didn't pick up that next. Again, let's go ahead and load it. You know, if you've got it tucked, it's kind of hard to drop that. So if you've got it tucked when you're loading it, you can come back here and side charge it like that to get it back ready to roll. All right, we got another failure. All right, so it's failing to pick up them rounds from what I can tell. Alright, empty as well. Let's go ahead and grab this last one. The last 5 should be subsonic, and the next one should be, or the first one should be supersonic, the last one should be sub. God. I'll tell you one thing, boys, you can sure tell the difference in between them subsonics and supersonics. There ain't no question about that. So, one thing different that we're doing here today than we done down there in Maryville, Tennessee, is that we're running this unsuppressed. We did not have a suppressor on the one down there. I don't know if that's making much of a difference. It shouldn't. It will put more debris and dirt back into the system. So That could be, or it could be because it is, it's just standard velocity. It's 1,070 feet per second. I asked them whenever I was down there, I said, is there anything that you all don't want us to run in these during the review if we, run any problems? And they did tell us. They said, the rifle, we've tested everything through it, and it runs like a scalded dog. So it could be a break-in period, but we have shot, well, no, it wouldn't be break-in because we've shot probably 500 rounds through this already today, but that's the first ones that we shot through with the standard velocity. We've been shooting nothing but the bulk, but also as well, 500 rounds down to 22 can get pretty dirty pretty quick. So let's go ahead and load what we have left here in the auto match. We'll see if we have any more problems with it, but I don't think we should. But either way it goes, we're not shooting anything that's too bad subsonic. We've got some quiet here that's 7,000 or 700 feet per second, and it won't run in nothing. We've tried it in literally everything, and the only thing it will run in is a revolver, obviously. But it's more for a bolt action, to be honest with you. I have a lot of 22 to pick up right here in a second. But either way it goes, a good looking rifle, and it's a very interesting design. And its main focus to me would be something that I could say, hey, I want to keep a rifle in my trunk, or a rifle in my vehicle, or something like that, or under the back seat. You can store it away; it don't take up much room. And if I need to get something real quick and use for what a rifle needs to use for, either killing a squirrel or a deer, or even self-defense, boys. A lot of people think a 22 won't hurt a man, but I hate to tell them, but they're bad wrong on that. 22 is one of the most dangerous bullets, just because a lot of people can get to them, and actually one of the highest stolen guns out of any other rifle or any other caliber in existence. 22s get stole 24/7 because that's what Papaw and Mamaw and Meemaw and Peepaw's got, and old dope-headed youngin gets a hold of them, or grandson, and they steal them and take them to the pawn shop. You think I'm lying? Look up statistics. Look up the statistics on it, guys. I'm telling the truth. Meemaw and Peepaw get their stuff stolen all the time. But anyway, let's go ahead and load up and get back to work and get a little bit more serious right here. All right. Got that unloaded. Still tore up a little bit. Let's fire our last round, so the FPC 22. Alrighty, empty. No, not a thing wrong with her. So, to be honest with you guys, I believe that she is getting a tad bit dirty from that suppressor. Plus, too, that standard velocity, once again, it's under 1,100 feet per second, so it is subsonic. But between the gun getting dirty from the suppressed use, and like I said, right now we're sitting bad close to, well, no, over 700 rounds now through it today without it cleaning. I think she's pretty reliable. So 2 fair to feeds, because they did extract. So 2 fair to feeds within 700 rounds for 22. That's still pretty hard to beat if you would agree with me on that. So it does get my stamp of approval. But once again, the big nice thing about this is that I can take it, fold it over, close it up right there, and I've got a very compact rifle that I can put under the back seat of my truck, or even in camping, or even if I want to throw it on my back, or even put it in a saddle bag for a horse or whatever else, I can do it. That being said, it is a very nice rifle, and I do enjoy it. Just as easy as that. Take your mag, throw into it, and if really, truthfully speaking, if you want to take your mag, put 2 of them back here as they go, and then take it and fold it over. I can carry it just like that right there. Let me pull this back on us just a tad bit. There we go. So hey, need to grab it out, pull it out, ready to roll. Obviously it hung back because the magazine is empty, but that's all that you would need for this thing to be ready in a split second. Pretty cool. So guys, that being said, the FPC 22 does get my stamp of approval. If we'd have had a lot of malfunctions or something out here today, then it is what it is. But 2 malfunctions within 700 rounds, and them subsonic ammunition, and it being suppressed use all day long without cleaning, I think that's pretty reliable for a 22 rifle, in my honest opinion. But either way it goes, if you have any questions or comments on the Smith & Wesson FPC 22, please leave it in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. But once again, thank you to Smith & Wesson for sending it out to review. As you all know, don't matter if we're paid for a review or if they send us a gun, we don't lie. It don't matter what it does or what anything else. We tell the God's honest truth. And this one right here has stood the tale of the tape. So guys, once again, appreciate y'all viewing as always. Like and subscribe for more gun reviews, and I'll see y'all in the next video.